Welcome dear students to another part of our class Standard 10th Social Science. Today we will learn Chapter 15 Economic Development. Every country is trying to achieve development. Development is a process. It cannot be achieved within a day or within a year. It is a process that takes place in the society. Economic development. What is economic development? Only because of economic development, one nation cannot achieve development. Whenever we say development, it includes social development, human development, and economic development. Then we will see what is economic development. Economic development is a process that shows increase in national income, then increase in per capita income, and that leads to the standard of living, changes in the standard of living. The changes in the standard of living. So if these three features include economic development. So once more, what is economic development? Economic development is a process. It shows increasing national income. Then what is national income? National income means the country's total income. So national income means country's total income, and increase in per capita income. What is meant by per capita income? Per capita income means if in national income divided by total number of population or total population. When we divide national income with the total population of a country, we get per capita income. So this is a new term for you. So national income means country's income, per capita income means the national that we get when we divide the national income by population. And that leads to, we know that if we get more income, automatically our standard of living will change. So when these three features happens, then we can say there is economic development. Economic development only cannot convey that the one country's development. So it's one part of development, but economic development is must. Then after independence we can see, before that we will see what is changes in the standard of living. For a living standard we say that for living we have to get the basic necessities, food, shelter and clothes, including education, health services, transport services and other facilities, and all we have to get it for the good standard of living. So after independence we can see that India is getting all this, or there is an increase in all this national income, per capita income and standard of living of the people. So we are developing. So the countries of the world we can divide it into two groups. That is, one is developing countries and another one is developed countries. Developed countries already they are developed. America, England and all they are developed. Then India, Pakistan or these mainly Asian countries are developing countries. We are also in that group. So the next we will see what is the difference between economic development and economic progress. This we can see in three ways. First we see on the basis of development process. On the basis of development process. On the basis of development process, if we say Economic development is the first stage. Economic development is the first stage, and economic progress is the stage after development, that is second stage. We can say stage after development. Then, so first one, economic development is the first stage and economic progress is the change after development. This is qualitative. So first stage we can say it is qualitative. It is qualitative, and here it is quantitative. It is quantitative. So first point, on the basis of the development process, economic development is a qualitative, and that comes the first, and economic progress, that is the second stage, that is a quantitative. Then the second point is according to the changes taking place in economy. According to the changes taking place in economy, taking place in economy. So according to the changes taking place in economy, here we can see in economic development there is more production. We can see increase in production. Increase in production that never decreases unemployment, then poverty and all. So that is in the economic development. But here it increases. They shift from agriculture to industry. They shift from agriculture to industry. We know that industry leads to the faster development. So that is economic progress. So here economic development, second changes taking place in economy, we consider that there will be increase in production. There will not be any decrease in the poverty, and it will not generate the employment also. But in economic progress, we can see that the countries change from agriculture to industry. And in the third point, we can see in relation to developed and developing countries. Third is relation to developing and developed countries. Developing and developed countries. When national income increases in the developing countries, that is known as economic development. When the national income increases in the developed countries, that is known as economic progress. So when national income increases in the developing countries, that is economic development, and when it increases in the developed countries, that is economic progress. This is an important question. What is the difference between economic development and economic progress? So in three ways we have seen the difference. First one, on the basis of development process, that is the first stage and it is qualitative, and economic progress is the stage after development, that is quantitative. Second one, changes taking place in economy. Here production increases. Here they shift from agriculture to industry. And the third one, in relation to developing and developed countries. Developing countries, national income increases, that is economic development, and when the developed countries national income increases, that is economic progress. Then the next we will see features of developing economy. Economy of developed and developing countries is separated on the basis of per capita income. We have already seen that what is per capita income. Per capita income means national income divided by total population. So we get what? 1% get it. So as per World Development Report of 2004 of World Bank, 4000 World Bank, countries having income less than $735 are categorized as developing countries. So developing countries having the income $735. Yeah. So the having income less than $735 are categorized as a developing countries, and we will see what are the different features of developing economy or developing countries. Okay, the developing countries, features of developing country. First one, less per capita income is less per capita income is the first point. Features of developing economy, less per capita income. We know that per capita income means national income divided by population. So national income of developing countries is less while population growth rate is high. If population rate is more, when we divide the national income with that, we get a very less amount. Because of less per capita income, living standard of the people is low. Second one is population growth. Second one is population growth. So population growth of the developing economy or developing nations is 2% or more in these nations. 2% or more, that is a big number. So population growth of this developing economy or developing nations is more, that is also more than 2%. Third one is dependence on agriculture. Dependence on agriculture. The main occupation of the people of a developing economy or developing nations is agriculture. Then 60% of the people are engaged in agricultural activities, and they contribute 26% of national income. That means agriculture generates 60% of employment and 60% of employment, and it creates 26% of national income. Fourth one is unequal distribution of income. Unequal distribution of income. Unequal distribution of income. Then unequal distribution of income and factors of production is seen in developing countries. This inequality is seen in cities as well as in villages. 20% of the rich people share. 20% of the rich share 40% of national income. So 40% of national income is shared by 20% of rich people. Then 20% of poor people. 20% of poor people share 10% of national income. So unequal distribution of income can be seen in the developing countries. And the next is unemployment. Next is unemployment. Unemployment is an important factor. Then in these countries, ratio of unemployment is more than 3% of total labor. Ratio of unemployment is more than 3% of total labor. In these countries, different types of unemployment may be seen. That is seasonal unemployment, disguised unemployment, industrial unemployment, etc. Seasonal unemployment, we know that if farmers are there, then they get employment only the particular season. And industrial unemployment, whenever there is revision comes or changes comes in the technology, the workers have to remain unemployed for a particular period. So unemployment can be seen. If unemployment is there, the next reason will be poverty. Then poverty is also a feature of developing economy. People who are not able to satisfy their primary necessities like food, clothing, shelter, education and health are called poor. In developing countries, such people constitute 1/3 of the total population. So 1/3 of the total population remains poor, or they live in poverty. So that is also an important feature of a developing economy. Then seventh one, next, dual economy. In these countries, they follow the system of a dual economy, that is the participation of both private and public. The private and public. That is a dual economy. Dual or mixed system. On one side, backward farming, old machinery, orthodox social structure, that we can see in this side, in public side. We can see that old machinery farmer is using and orthodox social structure, less production can be seen. On the other side, we can see modern industries. Here we can see modern industries, new production process, modern implements and modern sophisticated lifestyle. So here dual economy is also one of the important point of this developing economy. And again we can see insufficient infrastructural facilities. Insufficient infrastructure. Crucially, vital infrastructural facilities like education, transportation, communication, electricity, health facilities, banking, etc. are less lacking in developing countries, which hinders the development of a nation. All these activities or all these departments have to work properly, all the facilities we have to get, then only the development is possible. And the last point is form of international trade. Form of international trade. Form of international trade. Here, main occupation is agriculture. So, we export, or the developing countries export only the agricultural products and mineral ores or farm products. These type of products have less demand and low rate. So less income is gained by exporting these goods. While imports include, we export agricultural products or farm products, but we import industrial products and machinery. As the cost of these products is more, so expense on imports rises. Thus, the conditions of foreign trade are adverse. There is an increase in foreign debt. So, international trade is not favorable to the developing countries. And all these features are related to India in greater or lesser measure, because we are also a developing country. So these are the main important points of a developing economy. First one, less per capita income. Second, population growth. Third, dependence on agriculture. Fourth, unequal distribution of income. Fifth, unemployment. Third, unemployment. Sixth, poverty. 7, dual economy. 8, insufficient infrastructure. And 9th, form of international trade. Then next we will see economic and non-economic activities. Economic and non-economic activities. Economic and non-economic activities. Economic activity means earning or spending money, earning or spending money for the exchange of commodities or services. Means if we are done any service or if we are given any service, we intended to get money back or any compliments or any commodities. that means we earn it from that activity, that is known as a economic activity. Non-economic activity, here we can see that a doctor, teacher and all are doing economic activity. Non-economic activity means there is no intention of getting any benefit, that is known as a non-economic activity. Example, we can say mother nurtures her child, and also social services also comes in non-economic activity. In any way we are not getting any benefit. Here we get we work and we earn. Here we work and we won't earn anything. And next we will see structures of Indian economy. Structures of Indian economy. Indian economy depends on three structures. First one, primary sector. Primary sector. Second one, secondary sector. Secondary sector. And third one, service sector. Third one, service sector. And we will see what are the different activities included in this. Primary sector includes agriculture and agriculture related activities. So this is a primary sector. Then second one includes industrial activity. Secondary sector, this is agriculture, mainly agriculture. Agriculture and agricultural activities. Here industrial activities, and here gave service. Service. See that agriculture and agriculture related activities such as cattle rearing, cattle breeding, fishing, poultry farming, collection of forest products, mining of raw metal, etc. are included in primary sector. Secondary sector includes production from small pin to gigantic machines. Third one, service sector. Different types of services are included in this section. Services like trade, communication, airways, waterways, education, health, banking and insurance, tourism and entertainment are included in this sector. Normally, the primary sector dominates in the developing countries. Already we have seen that agriculture is the main occupation of the people living in developing countries. So primary sector dominates. And how there is a rise in economic development, significance of primary sector decreases in comparison to secondary and service sector, and importance of industrial and service sector. Means nowadays we can see that the importance of primary sector is decreasing comparing to secondary and service sector. So we have learned a very new topic. First we learned economic development. What is economic development and economic progress, that is difference. Next features of a developing economy. Then after that we learned economic and non-economic activities, and also structures of Indian economy. So this is the end of our session today. We shall continue with our subject on the next part of our class. Thank you.